don't think I have any food on my face. It's good. Oh, I gotta show you this. I went to McDonald's the other day and ate my favorite food there, which I shall not mention. And I met a woman there. She was really cute. I was looking for a place actually to eat in private. I mean, it's McDonald's, but relative privacy. So I was going to sit by the entrance, and I was also looking for a place to plug my laptop in so I could get some work done. And yeah, but I didn't want to sit by the entrance because I didn't want people to see me eating my favorite food. So I found a place where there weren't a lot of people sitting. And I started sitting down, and then I saw her sitting there. And I was going to not sit there, but gravity was already in motion, and I was on the way sitting down. But yeah, she was also eating my favorite food. And what's your favorite food? Write it down below. So she was eating it really in a really cute way. And I can't say I could do the same thing. I was worried about not making pig noises while I was eating it, but she did it really well. Let's see. I went and talked to her because she took out a pendulum, so I figured she was into spiritual stuff, And yeah, I told her about time, anti-time, and I don't know. I mean, I like him a bit strange, but she was kind of strange, and I wouldn't say very nice. But what are you gonna do? Hello. So this is the place. It's called Don Don Donkey, and this is the restaurant half. Don Don Donkey. Oh, I hear the song. So this is the restaurant half. I haven't eaten here, but yeah, they have Japanese food. This is the restaurant. Hopefully I don't get any copyright strikes for. And this is the bar over here. Nobody's in there, so that's the bar. And this is the grocery store. The grocery store part. Some excited people. I don't know if they're probably familiar with this. But as much as I may not like the song, Don has cheap adult beverages. Okay. So we can go down to the bottom part of the waterfall. I guess there's no way to get there on this level without going through the restaurant. Without going through a restaurant. It's always interesting to see some of my fellow Americanos here. I can't show the music video. It's like K-pop. Looks like K-pop music video. Oh, your dad tried to kiss you like in a romantic way? That's not good. Sorry to hear that. Wow. Maybe oh here we go. Maybe it's good to the boundaries should already be there, but I guess you have to establish them or good view. Wow. That's heavy, man. Go up a little bit here. And now it's time for the soothing sounds. I can see the people downstairs sitting next to the waterfall. So please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And check out the videos we have uploaded. It's a lot of instructional spiritual videos. They were originally intended to be part of a course online, but I used AI to generate the videos. And I was at a decision point to record them myself or to use AI, but at the time I was living in Kuala Lumpur, and so I guess Malaysia is an oil-heavy economy, and there's a lot of motorsports there, and there were people driving by where I was living. It's kind of a highway, but still in the city, but you could hear them winding out fourth gear in their car or sixth gear on a motorcycle, and all day, all night. So it was so noisy. I couldn't make the videos myself. So I use AI to make them, and I could only stay in Malaysia for 3 months. So I could only stay in Malaysia for 3 months. So I wanted to get it done before I had to leave the country, and have that income stream coming in. But when I submitted it, they said that I had used AI too much. So even though they're using AI now, but also I didn't want to put my face on the videos and upload it to their platform because they have a new policy that they're using AI, and they can use your likeness because you uploaded it to their platform. They have the right, if you do that and you agree to it, they have the right to use your likeness and change what you said in any way that they feel necessary or any way that they want to do that. And I just didn't feel comfortable with that. So, yeah. But now it's available for free on this channel, and you can use them for balance, for the unified chakra, and using the Mahatma energy, the avatar of synthesis energy. The avatar of synthesis embodies 352 levels of consciousness simultaneously, all the way from where we're at all the way to the source. So it's a direct conduit to the source. There's also requesting to spin your electrons at ascended master frequency. If that's your goal to achieve mastery, that's a technique for doing that. Also, installing and activating the 22 chakras. Hello, Luluk. Thank you for joining. There's videos for doing that as well. So yeah, check them out. As I understand it, that is the purpose of our, you can't say the purpose, but we can say, some say it's our purpose to know God and to do those things, but it's not wrong if a person doesn't do it. But it is available to live as an ascended master on earth today by reaching the Atmic plane in consciousness and beingness. So if you do that, if a person does that, they can graduate from the physical plane and free themselves from the wheel of birth and reincarnation. So check them out.
Pause.
So I just got the transformation card in Osho Zen. I'll read this one. The central figure in this card sits atop the vast flower of the void and holds the symbols of transformation. The sword that cuts through illusion, the snake that rejuvenates itself by shedding its skin, the broken chain of limitations, and the yin-yang symbol of transcending duality. One of its hands rests on its lap, open and receptive. The other reaches down to touch the mouth of a sleeping face, symbolizing the silence that comes when we are at rest. This is a time for a deep let go, allowing any pain, sorrow, or difficulty just to be there, accepting its fasticity. It is much like the experience of Gautam Buddha when, after years of seeking, he finally gave up, knowing that there was nothing more that he could do. That very night, he became enlightened. Transformation comes like death in its own time, and like death, it takes you from one dimension to another. So I would agree that what I'm doing right now is transformative in my life. And I saw beforehand that that would happen. So, transformation. Number 13 in the Major Arcana. Suppression. The guy's all tied up in knots. He's in like a volcano, and the cracks are forming around him like a volcano that's ready to erupt. It's all tied down. His mind is foggy. So it says to do something to release the tension and the stress. No. Control. This reminds me of a card in the Rider deck, the Chariot. So this, yeah, it fits right now. This card is saying to not always try to be in control of things in life. Sometimes just to go with the flow, you know? But I think it was in, I don't know which version Michelle Knight was using, but there's a person in the chariot, and the chariot is moving forward, and it had, I don't know, 8 horses or so in front of the chariot. The chariot was running full speed, and she says, if you notice, the driver of the chariot doesn't have any reins. The driver is not in control of the chariot, but at least it's moving forward. So, there you go. The last time I live streamed, I was trying to create some videos with AI, with Dreamina and Google Flow. That was before Nano Banana came out. And it was really frustrating. And I always had this feeling that I wanted everything to be perfect, you know? Good morning, Miss Fatima. But yeah, in the trust card, it said not to do much preparation. Just take the leap of faith and do it, you know? So even before this morning, when I live streamed the first time, I wanted, let's just say, things to be more perfect. But those always seem to be barriers to action, you know? And it felt like it was more the thought of, or the desire of achieving perfection more than things actually not being perfect. Some people say things are perfect exactly as they are. The idea of perfection is just a concept, you know. It's kind of interesting how the Greeks looked at it. Like they made the foundation of the Parthenon curved to fit the curvature of the earth. So instead of it being perfectly flat, they made it curved to fit the earth. In their minds, that was perfection, you know? All right, let's go downstairs. Might lose you guys in the elevator, but I'll be back. Okay. Okay. B1. B1 with each other. All right. You're going down. Going to B2, yep. Yeah, I was worried that the music on the elevator was copyrighted, but I lost the signal anyway. So this is another grocery store in the airport. This one is my go-to. The prices are pretty good. I thought they were high, partially. When you look at the prices, they're in Singaporean dollars. And compared to the States, sometimes it seems a bit high. But when you convert it, like one Singaporean dollar is like 75 US cents. It's not too bad. So I thought that they might have been also higher because it's inside the airport. But when I went to other fair price stores, the prices were similar. So it's not bad. Okay, onward. So wait for the traffic. So we have an A&W here. It's all American food. I think that's funny. I see it packed full of people. They're eating American food, you know. You can see here. All American food. But American food is my favorite. All right, back to the waterfall. Get even closer this time. Whoop. The miser. So I just got the miser card. So the woman in the card is wearing the skin of animals, the fur of animals, the feathers from animals, and she's holding all these jewels. Get it in focus here. She's hoarding jewels and hoarding wealth, and she's built a wall around herself to protect her what she feels are treasures. So my famous story with this card is it was about 20 years ago. I was working at a youth home in Canada, and I kept getting this card, The Miser and We Are the World. And I had some things I had taken with me to Canada. Like I had a DJ mixer and a microphone. I was gonna go be a DJ as a way to make some money, you know. And some things I had taken with me. And so I kept getting the card, The Miser. And so one of the kids at the house wanted to be a rapper. So I gave him the mixer and the microphone. And I kept getting the card, The Miser. I was giving my stuff away and I kept getting it. So I read it. You know, I'd read it before, but it was a matter of reading it in a new unit of time. So it doesn't have to be anything physical. I mean, she's also, by building a wall around herself, is restricting others from her presence and her love, even some things that are intangible. But in my case, it was what I knew. It said, you know, it can be something that you know. And I hadn't looked at myself that way before. Like I had something that people needed to know, because at the time I was just trying to find out for myself. So at the time I had been reading the Complete Ascension Manual from Dr. Joshua David Stone for about 4 years. And then Beyond Ascension, and a friend of mine, Lamont in Tacoma, gave me my first deck of Osho Zen cards, and yeah, I was just trying to find out for myself, so I started sharing those things online. The We Are the World part was using the internet, so at the time I had my internet connection was a Wi-Fi adapter I had taped onto my window. And I guess for the spiritual hierarchy, that was good enough, you know. So I started sharing what I had learned myself online. And I had also learned about cause and effect. Wow, I see kids punching on this wall. I don't think they can break it, but wow. Anyway, don't do it, man. I started sharing the information I had learned online, and the best thing about social media is it's bi-directional. And the worst thing about social media is it's bi-directional. So it can be difficult with spiritual information because of semantics, but also conditioning, what people have learned and how they learned it. And even when you say a word like Christ, people think of Jesus. He was Jesus the Christ. He had reached that state of consciousness. But it's also the same as what Buddha reached. It's the Christ-Buddha consciousness, the Christos Sophia, and Christos just came from crystal, the crystal star. It's just a state of consciousness. It's that the crystalline crystalline state of the I am presence. Christos. So, I'm supposed to tell you something. Become one with your I am presence. Watch the videos. They're in this channel. They'll show you how to do it. It's really simple. You can live on earth as an ascended master today. And from what I'm hearing, this planet is evolving from what I'm experiencing, really, and others, if you look online, are experiencing the evolution of this world. So it's not really an option to stay in the same state of consciousness that we've been living in. The I am represents the superconscious, and then we'll still have the conscious mind and the subconscious to work with. But it's our natural evolution from this point. We can't continue as a species with what we've been doing. The separation is just unbearable. You know, to know that there are people in the world with the ability to stop others from perishing from not having food or medicine or clean water, and to just not care. Those types of things are contributing to our destruction. We can't go any further. To have war as a business, you know, killing just for the sake of killing and destruction, destroying just to make money from it, you know. When we become one with the I am, we move from I as an individual to we. The I am is the divine spark of the Creator, which is everything. And when we become one with that, we become one with everything, with each other. And then the things that we do and consider and think about become we instead of I. And that's when we can move forward as a species. It's our natural evolution from now. Not brain chips and all the rest of that. That's an attempt that by others to subvert our natural evolution, to keep us enslaved. So watch out. Get the consciousness card. So this being has become so vast. His third eye is a star. You can see 7-Eleven in the reflection. His consciousness has become 7-Eleven. No, it's become a star. So Dr. Stone says that after finishing the book and completing the exercises, completing all the initiations, etc., a person will be an ascended master, but a kindergarten level master. Not going to be Melchizedek or Jesus or Yeshua overnight, you know, because they've been doing that for really a long time. But you'll be a master. So it's possible in this lifetime to achieve mastery on different levels. So the first level, after finishing the complete ascension manual, is the planetary level. So your consciousness would be one with the planet, with Earth, all of life, all inhabitants. And the next level up from that is the solar level of consciousness. So you'd be a solar level ascended master. And your consciousness would be the size of the solar system. And beyond that is the galactic level. Consciousness would be the size of a galaxy, which could be this guy. And then you can move up to the universal level, the multi-universal level, and the cosmic level. And that is sort of at the border with the physical universe and the heaven worlds. Between the Buddhic plane and the Atmic plane. And after the cosmos, after being a cosmic level ascended master, a person can be a super cosmic level ascended master, moving into the supercosmos, moving above the physical plane. But even at that state, they're only about a tenth of the way up that they could go as a being in evolution. So I've chosen not to even feel like any state has been reached in order to keep growing. I always want to keep growing, and I can only recommend to do that. It was an attempt to not get the ego involved with my spiritual path. Dr. Stone says to only talk about it if you're teaching someone. And I agree with that. I really so I lived in Dubai. Well, I didn't live in Dubai, I worked in Dubai. I lived in Ajman and Fujairah because the rent was cheaper. But I was just living in Malaysia. As you probably know, Dubai is a Muslim country. And Malaysia is the Muslim majority with Buddhists and Hindus. But I love how Muslims say, Inshallah, God willing, these things will happen, you know. And I was talking to someone, he tells everyone that they're God, which can be good as long as there's no ego involved with it. But ultimately, yes, we are. But I like what Eckhart Tolle says, that thing is us, but at the same time it's much greater than us. So maybe we could look at it as being like a gateway to that thing. It is us, it animates us, but the totality of that thing is unthinkably large and complex. Many would say beyond even our ability to comprehend what it is. But I would say that that's a worthy goal, to try to understand what that is, what the I am is. And by doing that, it'll help us to understand ourselves. So, consciousness card. Moment to moment. So I got moment to moment. So this guy is skipping across stones, across a river. And he's in the moment. But if you look in the background, you can see buildings. So he's in a city, but he's still in that state of consciousness, in the stillness. Let's read this one. As his figure moves across the stones, he steps lightly and non-seriously, and at the same time absolutely balanced and alert. Behind the swirling, ever-changing waters, we can see the shapes of buildings. There appears to be a city in the background. The man is in the marketplace, but at the same time outside it, maintaining his balance and able to watch it from above. This card challenges us to move away from our preoccupations with other spaces and other times, and to stay alert to what is happening here and now. Life is a great ocean in which you can play if you drop all your judgments, your preferences, and the attachment to the details of your long-term plans. Yeah. Be available to what comes your way as it comes. And don't worry if you stumble or fall. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, have a good laugh, and carry on. Yep. Anyone else here? Write in the chat. I'm feeling all alone. Do you use tarot cards? What kind of cards do you use? How do you use them? Have you been to Singapore before? All right, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And please watch the videos that are on this channel. And if you go to playlists, you can watch a playlist that I put together with instructional videos. They're short instructional videos. And some music that I made with AI. I used a language model that you can train. I trained a language model with about 50 spiritual books. And then I queried that chatbot or that database to write lyrics for the music. And then I took those lyrics and I put them into Suno to sing the lyrics, and then I gave it some genres. So I love UK music from the 90s, Portishead and Massive Attack, a lot of the dub and down-tempo stuff from the 90s. So it's along those lines. As Time, Anti-Time. The second album is more dub and down-tempo. The first album is a mix. I was really just playing around. So it has some acid jazz and some fun stuff on there. And then there's an album from the Thought Adjusters. It's all rap music. And that was the last album. So check them out. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.